Sword Legends.
Yeah, I mean, relatively low defense, lots of aggression. We've got pkpr with the excellent gun spacing, and we've got Burnt Pan with that ridiculously devastating axe aggression.
The downlights and the recoveries coming out from
Looking to be a
Burnt
pretty
Pan.
hype game from both players. Going into game 1 out of this best of 5, Burnt Pan opens up with a recovery, but pkpr responds with a side air into neutral light. Looking pretty even so far. Both players just about to near the yellow. However, Burnt Pan with the weapon advantage and pkpr scrambling to get a weapon of his own, but he does end up finding that sword.
Sidelights are coming out, goes for that GC downlight that he likes to use so much, and that sidelight connects into an air. PK extending these sword combos out very far. Is it down? While ground pound and a dare connects. Burnt Pan brought into kill percent already as the Sarah connects. Disarmed. PK picks up the guns, tosses them aside. He doesn't want those weapons. He wants the sword, and the Sarah will kill Burnt Pan. Lost that stock.
What a devastating chain of events coming out from pkpr. He takes the early stock advantage against Burnt Pan, has little to no damage on him, and he's still in his first stock. Burnt Pan scrambling to find some axe combos, but unable to get them. pkpr responds with some bread and butter of his own.
Ooh, these downlights are coming out. PK has the sword, puts out a sidelight, but that sidelight into Nair comes up from Burnt Pan. He tries to execute early with the recovery, and the recovery hits. Nearly kills PK at the top. One more recovery will do as he's putting these out left and right. Tries to get started up with the sidelight. Burnt Pan waiting it out. Chase dodge recovery comes out. Does not hit, but PK not finding those explosive combos anymore. As the Sarah hits, Burnt Pan takes the stock and evens it up 2-2. We are getting exactly what we thought we would between these 2-3 defense legends. They are just destroying each other.
Yeah, I mean, Burnt Pan is not to be slept on. He's the kind of player where you can put him at a stock deficit, and he'll come back in quite a devastating manner with this axe. This axe aggression is beautiful, and it's unheard of. It's unseen before. Burnt Pan showing us what the Jhala axe is made of, comboing off this dares into Sares.
Burn. Going in with that Sarah connects. PKP is being brought into the orange as he goes in for that down air. Both players whipping out on their Sares, but PK's not finding any of those combos he got at the very start. There's the down air, but he's not finding anything else. Goes at that GC downlight, not getting punished. He's so terrified of Burnt Pan's axe. The side stick comes out, gets that recovery. No down air follow, but the D-Light Sarah will do it most likely as Burnt Pan. The one jumps, makes it all the way back to the stage. The cannonballs come out, but PK can't get the kill. Recovery comes out. Burnt Pan tosses the spike ball aside and gets the recovery. Doing a good job of being able to do as much as he can on the stock before he loses it. It gets right into that signature. Does not kill, but that step back from Thatch on the side sig will do it. PK tossing up the cannonballs now.
Yeah, I mean, that second hitbox from that Thatch signature just sent Burnt Pan into kill percent, but pkpr drops the recovery and is unable to follow up that downlight with a side air. Not looking good, though. I mean, Burnt Pan is starting to bring this stock deficit back. He's got the damage racking up on pkpr. A couple more bread and butters, maybe an axe string might end this stock.
Burnt Pan is so heavily damaged on this Jhala right now that I feel like a D-Light on arms might kill. Like, PK's just gotta find something. There's the Sarah. He finally gets it. Sends him flying. PK, however, equally damaged himself as he denies everything from Burnt Pan. Picks up the sword, and he's waiting up Burnt Pan to try to go for something. The bomb's in hand. He tosses it forward. PK wants nothing to do with that as he opens up the Sarah. Burnt Pan throws out the Haymaker. Doesn't work out, and an Endlight will catch Burnt Pan's landing as a Sarah from Burnt Pan will land. And PK actually stopping Burnt Pan's Sarah with his own. Burnt getting the D-Light Sarah over 1-1.
Yeah, that Sarah drop just scared me, but Burnt Pan managing to follow up with some bread and butter takes pkpr's stock and evens up the game. It's any player's match at this point. Burnt Pan looking to get in there with some axe combos, but pkpr constantly dodging the follow-up.
Nice sidelight, doesn't get the Nair follow-up, however, and PK finding that D-Light Sarah puts Burnt Pan into the red, but this does not spell death for him as he can find a very good combo and even this up immediately. There's the downlight. Burnt Pan tries to go for the Nair, but the down air from PK will send him flying downwards into the weapon toss. Burnt Pan heavily damaged here, and PK picks up his favorite weapon. Burnt Pan going in for that pivot Sarah. It connects, goes for the Nair. Down air's not hitting, and he dodges back to find another Sarah. PK waiting patiently for him to come in, gets the D-Light Sarah. Will that be it?
That's enough to do it. pkpr takes game 1 of this best of 5 with the bread and the butter.
The D-Light Sarah does hit and a lot of damage exchanged that match. 600 despite the 3 defense, and we're going to be seeing a game 2 coming out, most likely with the same legends as well.
Yeah, interested to see game 2. We're going to Thunderguard, ladies and gentlemen. pkpr sticking with the Thatch, and Burnt Pan also sticking with his Jhala. We've got a lot of gun-heavy, a lot of axe-heavy gameplay coming to you. There's a lot of shenanigans in this zone. Going into game 2, Burnt Pan versus pkpr.
Both players opening up the recovery, another one hitting, and Burnt Pan picking up the sword, hits that side light, tosses aside, denying PK from everything but the delay and the ground pound hit. PK can't extend unarmed anymore as he goes in for that dive kick. Burnt Pan tosses the sword up, picks up the axe. Another delay recovery coming in from PK, and PK doing a good job of finding these downlights and getting a nice follow-up out of them. He's not finding the weapons, but he's showing that he's not completely useless without that. And he picks up the guns, and nairs and dares are being thrown out already.
Yeah, but pkpr catching these gun strings here, doing quite a bit of damage onto Burnt Pan. Burnt Pan evening up the damage, though, with some axe hits there. I mean, it's hard hitting, does quite a bit of damage. Both players trading quite evenly, and I can't say either one's at a disadvantage due to the defense.
Sidelight comes out. PK puts out that down stick. Does not connect because Burnt Pan throws out the side airs. Not really hitting, but both players essentially in kill percent here as he goes for that chase dodge pivot Sair. Doesn't work out, and Burnt Pan waiting for PKPR to come up off the shenanigan zone, and that Sair will connect. Burnt Pan heavily damaged. A D-Light Sair will definitely end Jhala's stock here as he tosses his axe directly into his face, trying to get whatever damage he can. But that Sair clips Burnt Pan, sends him flying. He's so heavily damaged.
Yeah, both players in kill percent, though. pkpr with the weapon advantage, but not for long. Burnt Pan does manage to walk into that downlight, but pkpr unable to finish up the bread and butter with that Sair. Both players still trading quite evenly. Anybody's stock.
Burnt Pan throws out the Sair. PK goes flying, nearly kills. Weapon toss might continue, and Burnt Pan going so far for that kill. Goes back to the ledge, however, and both players have struggled to end each other's stocks here, but that D-Light Sair...
That was a gravy cancel, D-Light. Nice read from pkpr, punishing that signature in a brutal fashion.
And PK taking it for that signature GC downlight that he loves to go for. That falling nair punishing Burnt Pan for trying to go for a down air, and PK playing around the shenanigan zone at high damage is actually succeeding as he finds a D-Light Sair. That does so much damage to low defense legends, and the recovery finally kills, but Burnt Pan nearly in the orange.
Yeah, pkpr managed to get quite a bit of gun damage out there before he lost his first stock, and he's going to take advantage of that, use some gravy cancel unarmed to absolutely demolish Burnt Pan, bringing him very close to kill percent already without even using a weapon.
Silas are coming out, down airs, PK finding that Sair, and Burnt Pan looking to lose the stock. What?
The
He recovers!
Neutral stick read. The neutral stick read. Beautiful plays from pkpr, reading that recovery and absolutely demolishing Burnt Pan. Now with an entire stock advantage and very little damage taken, it's looking quite good for him.
That was such a great end sig because Burnt Pan has shown constantly how much he likes the axe recovery and how he likes to use it at the very edge of the stage to either clip the opponent or make them dodge out of the way. And PK, reading that, hit that end sig and takes the stock advantage here as he's trying to continue to take these games over Burnt Pan. Burnt Pan puts out a Sair, doesn't do much more as that downer does not connect, and PK is trying to find these neutral lights on the sword.
pkpr definitely a force to be reckoned with, taking this lead and running with it. He's got Burnt Pan in the yellow. Burnt Pan looking to come back with some hard-hitting axe moves, but none of them are really landing. pkpr is kind of just spacing around them, not even using his dodge.
Waits him out. Recovery comes out from Burnt Pan. Does not connect with PK. And he goes for that chase dodge dare. The recovery actually spikes PK beneath the stage. And that will do it.
Recovery
Whoa.
will do it. That was a game changer right there. Burnt Pan landing the unexpected recovery, sending pkpr flying to the bottom of the map. Stocks are even, but the guns are out.
Sider comes out. Down air as well. But PK catches that with the neutral light, jumps above Burnt Pan as he's trying to bring him into kill percent. That recovery does not connect. And the second hit from that side sig will. PK trying to do his best here as that D-Light comes out from Burnt Pan. Down air comes out. Sider as well. D-Lights into Sairs from Burnt Pan, but doesn't work out and gives PK a free down air punish. Slotlight connects as well. Burnt Pan is so heavily damaged. PK just needs a solid D-Light Sair or a signature, and that will end that stock and give him a 2-0 lead over Burnt Pan in Winners Finals. He's waiting him out. Goes for that GC downline in there. Kills off the top.
Well-placed snare from pkpr. He took advantage and he absolutely demolished Burnt Pan on that last stock, doing a whopping 604 damage, almost 200 more damage than Burnt Pan was able to do.
Burnt Pan will have to take a solid 3-0 comeback if he wants to be able to take it over PKPR. And PK's Thatch is just dominating right now as he's being able to find all the necessary moves to be able to get the kills. Burnt Pan is going to be taking on Game 3. I think they went to Twilight Grove, but I didn't really see.
It is, in fact, Game 3, and we are on Twilight Grove. PKPR taking a 2-game advantage over Burnt Pan. However, Burnt Pan has an opportunity to show what he's made up on this map. I'm assuming to see some platform combos with the axe. However, we don't know just yet, but he is getting in with a side light into neutral air, bringing PKPR into the yellow right off the bat.
Nice D-Light Sarah to be able to punish Burnt Pan for going in for that down air, and PK gets another down air. Burnt Pan's trying to make it back on the stage, and PK dodging in place, waiting for an opportunity. Gets hit by that Sarah from Burnt Pan. Burnt Pan trying to go in with these down airs as PK is doing his best to be able to get a little bit more damage on the Burnt, but now he's kind of losing on these trades as that down air hits. Tries to go for the Sarah as well, dodges forward, gets the D-Light. Burnt Pan goes for that end sig, and that's just not going to do it as PKPR finds a nice D-Light Sarah to even up the damage.
I mean, that bread and butter will do it for you. It racks up a ton of damage. However, PKPR is finding himself in kill percent, and Burnt Pan switching the axe out for the sword to get those fast-hitting moves, and follows up with a weapon toss to end PKPR's stock. Burnt Pan taking the stock lead here, only in the orange, has a huge opportunity to do a massive amount of damage on the PKPR.
Yeah, PK finding that Sarah, but that down air into Sarah from Burnt Pan brings him into the yellow. He tries to follow up with another down air as PK punishes with a down air of his own. Recovery comes out, Burnt Pan chase dodges forward for a D-Light, doesn't get it, and PK gets hit by the second D-Light from Burnt Pan. As Burnt Pan gets hit by the recovery, that'll do it. PK evens it up, but is in the yellow.
Yeah, that gun recovery will be devastating. You get caught by one of those, and you are almost destined to be killed. PKPR evening up the stocks, guns in hand, looking to catch some dares, but is unable to find them. Burnt Pan punishing appropriately with a nice axe side air, goes for the recovery, but it just misses.
Ooh, tries to go for that GCN light, but Burnt Pan's able to get in with a side light. Burnt Pan finally gets some damage onto him here as PK finds that Sarah, but PK trying to stop the recovery with some neutral lights and some side airs, or side lights rather. Gets that ground pound into a dare. Wow, PK doing dare, ground pound, dare combos to bring it up even completely as Burnt Pan finds that D-Light Sarah to extend his lead, and PK putting out that signature does not get the kill. Burnt Pan hits that recovery, and PK is going to do a lot of work here. No, that Sarah sends Burnt Pan flying. These defense stats just making it not matter at all who has damage in the red, and Burnt Pan sends him flying with that side light. Tries to get a kill with the recovery, and PK throwing out 2 Sarahs doesn't find the kill.
I mean, we're seeing a lot of even trades here. Burnt Pan does manage to take the lead, but we've been shown that that's not too much of a difficulty for PKPR to come back. I mean, Burnt Pan is in the kill percent, and he doesn't have any defense. He's either going to do a ton of damage to PKPR, or PKPR is going to land a nice Sarah and take out the stock. Looking to see what happens, but PKPR is already reaching yellow on his last stock, which is not looking good because Burnt Pan is spacing appropriately and punishing every attempt he has at aggressing.
Siders are coming out. He's trying to get Burnt Pan's stock to end, but Burnt Pan's just throwing out a wall of Sares and dares, and PK is just slowly getting whittled down by it. There's one dare. He's putting out the D-Lights now. PK can't find a way in. He was trying to get the Sarah kill, but he finally just gives up and picks up a weapon. Tries to find something. There's the D-Light Sarah finally, but he's in the orange.
Yeah, he is in the orange, but a bit of bread and a bit of butter might even up this game for him. PKPR getting that gravy cancel neutral light with a sword and following up with a dare into neutral air, getting a gravy cancel down light into Sarah. He's doing a ton of damage. He's using these flashy combos to really even up this game against Burnt Pan.
Yeah, Burnt Pan's only hit weapon tosses. It's even completely now as PK was able to find dares and airs, D-Lights and side airs, and that might do it for PK.
He even threw some gravy in there, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, and Burnt Pan landing with that side air avoids that GC side sig, but that recovery hits, and that's a lot of damage. PK dodges out of the way of that side sig, tries to find some opportunity here as he throws out some very dangerous laggy moves and gets punched by that side light, but nothing else. Burnt Pan going in, tries to find the dare, avoids the side light, and PK gets hit by the side sig.
The side signature connects, and Burnt Pan takes game 3 against PKPR. What looked like a devastating lead is now showing to be a bit of a struggle for PKPR. Burnt Pan doing a whopping 621 damage against PKPR's Thatch. Going into game 4, Burnt Pan sticking with the Jhala.
PKPR decides on Mammoth Fortress, sticks with the Thatch, and still the legend switches as he's going to try to take this 3-1 over Burnt Pan, but now Burnt has an opportunity to really figure out how PK is playing, punish it, and maybe get his way into Grands.
It's looking that way, but there's no way to tell yet. Game 4, Mammoth Fortress, both players going in with some unarmed, but Burnt Pan getting the slight advantage because he landed that recovery there.
PK getting hit by multiple down here, sauced the mine onto the ground, and Burnt Pan uses that to project his weapon towards PK's face. Sider connects, PK finding the guns, but he gets hit by that side light as he tries to nair him, and he's kind of losing out on these trades. Ooh, nice down air into D-Light Sair, however, and PK brings that damage into his favor right away. That D-Light actually clipping. PK has got Burnt Pan into the orange, looking to send him further into the damage deficit as a Sair connects, and he puts out the cannonballs, and they hit! He's dead!
Wow, those cannonballs absolutely devastated Burnt Pan. pkpr taking a convincing stock lead in Game 4.
Spike ball in hand, tosses it towards PKP, and even though he's got a solid damage lead, it doesn't mean much. He says he is Thatch, and the downlight Sair shows exactly what I'm talking about as he nearly gets killed off the side of the map. Ground pound to land, gets caught by that end light, and Burnt Pan tosses the spike ball directly into his face and sends him flying. So many things are hitting PK in the face right now as Burnt Pan is not taking any damage, but there's a down air recovery from PK to put on a little bit of damage so that he can have a little bit of a lead when he loses this stock, because he definitely is going to.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking that way, but pkpr is spacing around these heavy-hitting moves and managing to get a bit of damage out there. Burnt Pan nearing the yellow. However, pkpr is in kill percent and on the side of the map, and he gets hit by the Sair from Burnt Pan. Burnt Pan evening up the stocks and taking the weapon advantage.
Downer comes out, Burnt Pan trying to do as much as he can to even this up, and PK deciding not to pick up a weapon, instead going for those pivot GC downlights, is not finding the damage he needs, but that GC side sig will put Burnt Pan close to the orange, and GC downlight definitely would have done it. Lands with that dare, but the dare is not spaced correctly, the nair neither, and Burnt Pan finding that Sair is trying to take the lead.
Yeah, but it's looking pretty even so far. pkpr is in the orange, but it won't take much to even up the stocks. Both players kind of trading evenly.
Ooh, sidelight comes out, PK can't find that down there. Sidelight as well as he tosses that weapon to his face, gets that end light, and the end sig puts him into kill percent, but that won't do it yet. Oh no, another cannonball kill coming up from PK. Doesn't look like it as he tosses that signature out. Burnt Pan makes it back into the stage, finds the nair, picks up the sword, tosses it aside, and goes for that GC, or just the regular end sig, and doesn't work out. PK trying to find those side sigs, and he just gets dared to death.
Yeah, that was a nice dare punish coming out from Burnt Pan. It was to be expected, though. pkpr did the same thing twice and put himself in a bad position, looking to get a disco onto Burnt Pan, but that's not going to happen because Burnt Pan is reading that disco and punishing it with these axe aerial attacks. However, pkpr manages to land a neutral signature that evens up the stocks.
Burnt Pan trying to go for that D-Light downer from PK connects, but no nair follow-up, and Burnt Pan gets a free little bit of damage off of that downer. Once again, no nair follow-up. Burnt Pan goes for that reverse Sair, and Burnt Pan jumps into a GC end light from PK. PK is trying to find these Sairs, and the down air comes out as pkpr is trying to take Game 4 off of Burnt Pan, but that side light almost leads him into a Sair. No, PK dodging out of the way of all these follow-ups from Burnt Pan's side lights, and PK still taking damage. Isn't losing just yet, but that end light heavily punishing him.
It's looking in the favor of Burnt Pan right now. pkpr nearing kill percent, but we're not calling this game over just yet. He does manage to land a neutral light, doing a bit of damage on the Burnt Pan, evening up the stocks quite well. A gravy cancel neutral light will secure that. Both players relatively even, but Burnt Pan with the force advantage.
Burnt Pan tries to throw that X there. Downlight comes out. Burnt Pan tosses the weapon away, has the bomb, waiting for PK to come back, and the bomb hits!
The
Oh!
bomb toss ends the stock for pkpr. Burnt Pan taking Game 4, evening up this best of 5, 2-2.
But Burnt Pan, believe it or not, did not know that Winners Finals was a best of 5. And he was getting ready to leave after losing Game 2, and now that he's continued to play, he's actually brought it to a Game 5. Just showing how much a best of 5 matters when it comes to adjusting to another person's playstyle.
Absolutely, and we're not seeing any legend picks coming out from either player. It's been consistent all tournament long. pkpr rocking the Thatch and Burnt Pan rocking the Jhala. We're going to Thunderguard, baby. We're going to Thunderguard. Everybody hold on to the seats because we got some shenanigans.
3, 2, 1.
Game 5.
And here we go. PK throws out the recovery, gets sidelighted by Burnt Pan as Burnt punches out that sidelight. Down airs already connecting as PK is brought into the yellow by 2 down airs right away. And Burnt Pan deciding to deny all weapons from PK as he holds onto the ledge. Gets back onto the stage, spike ball in hand, tosses it into Burnt Pan's face, goes for the cider follow-up, but now both players are just playing around with the spike balls. They toss it back and forth between each other. Downlight comes out. Recovery from Burnt Pan does not connect, but he has got a solid damage lead as he finds that sidelight into down air.
Yeah, doing a ton of damage. Burnt Pan is zoning pkpr with these aerial attacks, and he's doing quite good at it. However, pkpr does manage to find a downlight into Sarah, but it doesn't do enough damage to even up the stocks, and Burnt Pan brings him into kill percent with 2 neutrals.
Nice job sending PK flying off the stage, and the weapon toss might do it as he already had to use his dodge and jumps. He has to make it back, and the weapon toss, ooh, goes for that ground pound follow, but PK gets the recovery, goes for the nair follow-up. He's now got Burnt Pan on the edge for him to be able to get a combo, but no, instead, Burnt Pan takes control of the stage once again, and Neutral Light sends PK flying and actually kills. Wow! PK
That's
really
just
damaged.
how much damage Burnt Pan did to pkpr, that stock. He's still got a pretty much fresh 3rd stock in this game 5. It's looking very convincing for him. However, pkpr with a beautiful gravy canceled downlight into side air does do quite a bit of damage, but it's not enough to bring Burnt Pan into kill percent just yet.
PK holding onto the sword, wants to be able to go in, and that bomb gets sent flying. Nair coming out from PK. Doesn't quite work out, and Burnt Pan is best to hit with these Sairs. Sair comes out from PK, and PK tossing the sword aside, tries to get it to land on Burnt Pan's head, and a nice placed side light puts him off stage. Goes for that Sair, but the weapon tosses from Burnt Pan have done such a good job of defending him, but that dare might kill. No, Burnt Pan makes it back, holding on to this stock by the skin of his teeth, calls in a weapon. What is it going to be? It's going to be the axe. He gets the D-lights right after picking it up.
pkpr unable to end that stock does put him in a position to take a bit of damage. He's in the yellow, however, stocks are even, but Burnt Pan opens up with a dodge into neutral light with the axe.
Goes up the down air. That down air will connect, and PK gets a nice neutral light to stop Burnt Pan from getting his recovery, and has evened this up already. Burnt Pan trying to go with the Sair. The Sair connects. And finds a second Sair. That side light weapon toss comes out, tries to get in with that side air once again. Burnt Pan now playing an aggressive game against PK's. He finds that down air, and PK's wait and reply playstyle is just not working out as Burnt Pan finds that chase dodge weapon toss, tries to go for the recovery. Burnt Pan makes it back to the stage, gets that dive kick, sends PK below the platform into the shenanigan zone, and the weapon toss stops him out of that nair. Burnt Pan looking to take the second stock.
Yeah, pretty convincingly too. I mean, he lands that Sair and he secures the kill. Burnt Pan at a stock advantage once again in this game 5. It's looking in the favor of Burnt Pan. pkpr is going to have to pull off a nice gun gimp or sword gimp or something along those lines to even this up.
Sidelight hits. Burnt Pan waiting for PK to approach. Push for that Sair, but PK gets a nice D-light Sair. He's trying to bring Burnt Pan into the kill percent, but sidelight comes out from Burnt Pan. I kind of want to see Burnt Pan do a different follow-up off of those sidelights with the X, because PK has shown that he's consistent at dodging after getting hit by one, and since none of those X follow-ups are necessarily true besides the downlight, maybe he can wait him out, go for a recovery, something like that. But until then, he's not going to be getting as much of a lead as he could be off of those hits, and that D-light Sair might actually end his stock really soon.
Yeah, I mean, he's very known and very good at using those gravy canceled downlights into Sairs to secure kills, and he did that just there. Now the stocks are even, and it's anybody's game in this best of 5.
Blackwell goes out, avoids that downer. pkpr is trying to do his best to get more damage on these end lights are coming out. I'm expecting to put on another end light if he expects Burnt Pan to approach, but the bomb goes high, actually hits PK, brings him to the orange, and an end light from the axe nearly catches PK on his way back down to the stage. D-light connects, PK low on jumps, has to dodge away. The weapon toss does not punish PK for being able to go towards that weapon, and a down air from Burnt Pan will put him deeper into the orange. Burnt Pan looking to take game 5 possibly and break it into grand finals after losing on the first 2 games with PK, showing that he still has some fight left him, and as he hits another D-light Sair.
Yeah, both players trading so evenly. It's still anybody's match. Burnt Pan with the bomb in hand, and it connects!
Wow.
pkpr losing the best of 5 to Burnt Pan.